Hello everyone. So today we're going to study about another literary device which is personification. So let's dive in. In creative writing, you have a lot of freedom that you don't have in other kinds of writing like academic and business writing. You don't have to be objective or literal in your creative writing. If the most accurate way to describe your furniture is to give each piece its own personality, yes, you can do that. And when you do that, you're using a form of figurative language called personification. All right. So, personifying an object means figuratively describing it with human traits in order to craft or create a vivid image of that object in your reader's mind. While describing your couch as brown or corduroy shows the reader what the couch literally looks like, describing it as forgiving gives the reader a strong sense of what it feels like to sit on that couch. All right. So personification is, it gives a beauty to your writing. It creates a very vivid description into reader's mind. So what is personification again is one of the many literary devices writers use to make their writing more engaging, all right, more engaging for the readers. With personification, you empathize a non-human's characteristics by describing them with human attributes. So what you basically do, you just give the human traits or the human qualities to an inhumane or a non-human thing, non-human object. Alright, the non-human can be an object, an animal, or even an idea or a concept. Alright, it could be an idea, an idea, a concept, an animal, or anything. Alright, or anything. We're gonna just let it sink right now. We're gonna have a lot of examples coming on the way, so that we'll better understand what is personification exactly and where we use it. Alright, we have another definition over here, which is personification is a type of metaphor that describes non humans' looks, actions, and purposes with language typically reserved for human characteristics. Alright, the language or the things or the traits that are reserved solely for the human beings, for example being tired, for example smiling, okay, dancing. So these are the things that are solely reserved for the human beings. So what the writers do, they just to make their writing more appealing, more engaging to the readers, they use personification. They give human quality or the human trait to a non-human being. All right, so we have few examples over here. Here are few examples. She sat down at the tired overworked desk. She sat down at the tired overworked desk. So what they're doing, they're just telling us about a desk and giving a vivid description and giving a vivid description to a desk that a desk is extremely tired because of and it has overworked. All right, so being tired and being and to have to overworked is just again human trait. Now we have the another example. The child stare begged me to take him out for ice cream even though I'd already said no. All right. So again, staring is a non-human thing, a concept. All right. So it's just begging, and begging is again the human trait. That bike just wouldn't quit, and quitting again is the non-human trait. And here the writer has given the human trait to the bike, which is non-human. All right, and then the last one we have, we loved our house but our house didn't love us back. Again, loving, feeling for someone else, and empathizing and caring. Again, these are just the human traits, and again it is given to a non-living object. So um personification is fun. All right, it is extremely fun to use in your writing. It livens, all right, it cheer up dramatic and narrative writing. through engaging figurative language. So what I'm trying to convey over here is that is personification is extremely fun to use. It livens, that means it what it is supposed to do. It gives dramatic effect to your writing. It makes to your writing more engaging. Although writers use personification in all kinds of creative writing, you're most likely to come across it in children's stories. All right, a big part of this is that kids' stories tend to feature animals and objects rather than people as the characters. All right, so what they do in children's stories, in fables, what they do, they give the human traits. For example, speaking to a non-human thing. For example, a cup is speaking. All right, so what they're giving, they're just giving a human trait to a non-living object. So why is personification used? Personify your when you personify an object, animal, or anything else that's not human in your writing, you make that thing more human. By humanizing a non-human through personification, you can do several things. All right, so what is the purpose again behind using? Make it easier for readers to empathize with it. For example, again, if we talk about that example that I gave you first, that a desk is overworked. All right, it has extremely overworked. Now it is tired. See, so what I'm doing, I'm just empathizing with the desk. Make a human character's relationship with a non-human clearer to readers. Make it easier for the reader to empathize with the human character in the story. Demonstrate the non-human's role in the story more clearly. And personification is fun again. Now we have example of personification in literature. See, it's a very easy and comprehensible example over here. See what's written over here. But the house on Mango Street is not the way they told it at all. It's small and red with tight steps in front and windows so small you'd think that they were holding their breath. All right. So in literature, there's just a two line example from the this book, The House on Mango Street. See, in this chapter, the narrator, Esperanza, is describing the house into which she and her family are moving. Her parents have promised her that they would find a spacious and welcoming home for their family, similar to what Esperanza has seen on television. However, the economic insecurity has prevented them from getting a home that represents the American dream. All right. Now, what they're doing, the author uses personification to emphasize the restrictive circumstances of the Esperanza's family. The windows of the house appear to be holding their breath due to their small size. So, let me give you a quick review. What they're trying to convey over here by this, that so small you'd think they were holding their breath. So, breathing, all right, is again a human quality, and they're giving a non-human object, again the human quality, a human trait. And and they're just referring to the very narrow or very congested window. All right, so they're referring this. So we have a few more examples over here. If you want, you can take screenshots of these examples, so things will be more clear to you. My alarm yelled at me this morning. See, yelling again is the human trait. I like onions, but they don't like me. Liking is the human trait. The sign on the door insulted my intelligence. See, insulting is again, my phone is not cooperating with me today. Cooperating is a human trait. The bus is driving too fast. That bus is driving too fast. Okay, my computer works very hard. See, works again. However, the mail is running unusually slow this week. See, running is again the human trait. So there are few more examples that you can just read and highlight that, or just write it below it, that what the writer is trying to convey by writing this sentence. All right, so highlight the personification or whatever another literary device you just detect in the sentences. So I hope everything is clear to you. If you have any confusion regarding personification, you can just comment below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Jazakallah.